Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So I'm reviewing and ranking all of George Harrison's solo albums in individual videos. And up next is the self-titled George Harrison from 1979. Here's the back. A picture of him with the racer Jackie Stewart. Yeah, George was a big fan of racing. So my story with this album is just like 33 1/3. I bought it when it came out. And unlike 33 1/3, which I really, really liked a lot, not that I wouldn't say I loved it, but I did like it a lot. When I bought this one, it was kind of, I wasn't that impressed with it. I loved the single Blow Away. I thought that was very catchy and definitely worthy of being a hit single. The rest of it, I don't know. It just, at the time, I just thought it was boring. A bit too laid back for me. But thinking back, I did like some laid back albums. I was a fan of James Taylor for a bit. I bought JT and Flag. I loved Neil Young's laid back albums like Comes a Time. But, I just didn't give this album much of a chance. A couple of listens and then I was done with it. And then the next two albums I never even bought. Somewhere in England and Gone Tropo. So as you can tell, I wasn't much of a George Harrison fan for his solo career. But buying all of his albums, again, or having all of his albums, which I've never had before, the whole discography, I have been playing this a lot. The first time I played it, I enjoyed it. I thought it was very nice. And on further listens, I just enjoyed it more and more. And I'm glad I was going to record this yesterday, but thankfully I didn't because I played this again last night and I enjoyed it more than ever, even though the rating isn't changing from what I would have given it yesterday. So once again, the only issue with this album is there's no rockers on it. And for me, I don't know, for this album, I don't miss the rockers. I just think it's a lovely album. George's vocals are great. It's more upbeat. He's gone through his, kind of depressing, dark years with Dark Horse. This is just full of great melodies. I wouldn't say the music itself is as interesting as it was on 33 1/3, but it's more just focused on George's melodies, his vocals, the lyrics. It's just a really, really nice album. And just similar to This Guitar Can't Keep From Crying, kind of a follow-up to While My Guitar Gently Weeps, on this album is Here Comes the Moon. And so when I first saw the title of that and played the song, it's like rolling my eyes. It's like, okay, it's getting a little much. Here Comes the Moon. But getting to know the actual song, I think it's, of course, it's not as good as Here Comes the Sun. Not many songs are. But Here Comes the Moon is, once again, it's gorgeous. And Blow Away is just so catchy. That's the thing about this album. All of the songs are, sometimes when I look at song titles, it's like, oh, I don't remember that, unless I play it. Oh yeah, it's that song. But all of these songs have such strong melodies that I remember them. Soft Touch is just, I keep saying the word gorgeous, but and Faster is a little more upbeat and very very catchy. Not Guilty. I don't know. I love the Beatles version of that. Like over 100 takes that they did. And it's unfortunate that that wasn't on the White Album. But this version, it's a little more mellow. But I enjoy each version the same. So I love the version on this. Dark Sweet Lady is beautiful, and you know, you can tell by some of the album the song titles. Your Love Is Forever, Soft Touch, If You Believe, Love Comes to Everyone, the opening track. It sounds, you know, just from the song titles, you can kind of tell it's going to be a kind of a mellow album. But I'm just really impressed with this. And I think, looking on Rate Your Music, this is ranked, out of all of his albums, I think it's in 4th place, deservedly. And so if you haven't listened to this in a while, you should check it out because it's really good. You're a soft touch, baby. See, like it's in my brain. So in my ranking, I love this so much, I'm going to give it a solid A. The only reason it's not an A+ is, like I said, the music isn't quite as interesting as on, like, you know, 33 1/3 or his earlier albums, but just very, very strong songs overall. So A, solid A. And in my ranking, it goes ahead of Wonderwall, which is also an A, in 3rd place. Way to go, George. So yeah, I'm going to definitely be playing this album, you know, more than some of the other ones. But I've just become such a huge fan of his solo career. The only thing is, I'm a little worried about is the next album coming up is Somewhere in England. And this is the original album cover, which I guess the record company didn't want. I don't know this album very well. I have heard, of course, all those years ago. I know very well. But the rest of it, and I have, I've listened to this album a couple of times. I might have even done a Does This Album Suck? I know I did one for Gone Tropo, but I'm not sure if I did one for this. So yeah, this might take a few days because I definitely want to listen to it a few times before I don't want to listen to it a couple of times and then that's a C-. Just take my time reviewing it, and then also with Gone Tropo. But it's going to be scary. I hope I like the albums. Yeah, I would love your thoughts. I would love your thoughts on the self-titled George Harrison. And, maybe you could just let me know if you like this album or not, because I have no idea if I like it. Definitely need to listen to it a few times. And yeah, and by the way, when I'm done this series, I was going to do like a top 10 George Harrison songs from his solo career, but he has so many songs I love now from his solo career. I'm going to make it a top 20. So that is it. I'm looking forward to your thoughts below. Please like the video. If you see hype in the video, at the bottom there, click it. That really helps my channel and the video. And yeah, I'm looking forward to your thoughts. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.